Hang high and say hi. Welcome everybody to round 8 of season 3 of FRL League Racing. This week you are going to see us here at the Shanghai circuit in China. I know last week we raced in Singapore, and that is a race that I know most drivers wanted to forget. Not even making the first 10 laps without 4 safety cars. An eventful race. Round 7 though, Jack coming out back-to-back wins. Noda in P2, Mattey in P3. Foxxxes being the large loser of that week and dropping down to P10 after finishing P5 on track. RoLoSky in 5th place, though, your championship leader. Overall, your top 10 were very strong going off. You can see on the screen right now, you have a pass, RoLoSky and Jack battling it out. RoLoSky pushing a little too hard, though, ending up in the wall. Talking about this driver's battle, RoLoSky had a dominating lead, but after a less than stellar performance last week and Jack's back-to-back podiums, there's now a 25 gap between the top two. However, don't count out Noda in the McLaren in 3rd place. He is definitely pushing to bring it back on top and try to come out with this driver's championship in P2. Seeing on your screen a lot of chaos that happened on lap 19. Shows off the Constructor Championship. AlphaTauri in the lead, but Red Bull very close behind. With AlphaTauri having a reserve driver this week, that means that Red Bull have a strong chance of claiming the Constructors Championship. Meanwhile, Ferrari not having good races. SenTeX only finishing 1 race of his season so far. Looking through, coming back. Safety cars galore last week. A lot of drivers are hoping to not have a repeat of that this week. You can see in the screen, Crazy Boy and Foxxxes, strong races. Haas having a pretty decent drive last week as well. Nothing too bad. After the chaos on lap 1, still going around. Lots of strong fighting. These drivers are very competitive through turns. Looking at the rankings too, you can see why a lot of these drivers are very similar in skill. RoLoSky way ahead of the pack, but Jack is a driver that is definitely giving some competition. And then Noda in 3rd place, not letting Jack run away. And you can see the midfield battle is very close. Looking at everything for this week, your drivers lineup is going to be very exciting. Hopefully, none of these drivers pull off what they just did. Looking at your drivers list, we do have 2 drivers racing for the first time this week. You have Żelazny, which is racing in the Alfa Romeo, and then typowy, who is racing in AlphaTauri, replacing Foxxxes. Foxxxes we'll talk about a little bit later here in qualifying, because he is going to be a driver to definitely keep your eyes on. Speaking of which, it looks like the drivers are getting ready to go out in qualifying, so let's jump in with them and check out how they are doing. We'll spend a few minutes and discuss some different things with them and kind of see what they do. A wet qualifying here in China, which is very unusual. All right. So the first driver that we're going to spend some qualifying time talking about, which while we look here, you have Żelazny out in the Alfa Romeo. He is a driver that I have already been told, do not be surprised if you see him way above the pace. He is a reserve driver for this season. However, I've been told to keep my eyes on him, so we'll be sure to tune in with him throughout the session, kind of check out what's going on. Some different things I want to look at. First off, let's talk about SenTeX here. The Ferrari driver is running this week with no force feedback, complaining about force feedback issues in his car. Not sure exactly what's going on there, but so he is running no force feedback this week. Should be interesting to watch him and see how he can cope with that. He's not expecting to be on the pace, but he's a driver that definitely, you know, the one race he's finished this season was a 1st place finish at Monaco in the wet, so I didn't see what this race is going to be. But if this race is going to be wet, then that could definitely pay off for him. See him coming across the track here, going into a long first turn, almost a 3/4 of a way turn. None of these drivers have practiced for the wet, I can tell you that. I've ran some practice races with some of the drivers personally, and then I watched them all practice today before the race, and none of them expected wet, I believe. You can see lots of different things happening, lots of drivers getting out of the way, paying respect. SenTeX is going to put in a 28.8 for his Sector 1. Not bad at all. However, Dżej Dżej is going to be out. Jack is going to be out. Both of them crashing before the session can even begin and even get going. We're going to stick here with SenTeX, however, and we're going to follow him around. We'll see what he puts together. He is going to be coming up on the back of an Alfa Romeo. I believe that is going to be RoLoSky on an outlap, who gets out of his way, but doesn't get out of his... Oh! Not really getting out of his way, and that may have compromised his qualifying run. This long back straight for these drivers. They're going to hit speeds of almost 350 kilometers an hour, easily over 200. It's going to be very impressive to see how the DRS helps them play against each other coming through there. We're only 3 minutes into qualifying, and 2 drivers have already crashed out in the wet conditions here. Another driver I want to talk about who's not racing right now, so we're going to jump on with his teammate, Graxent. I want to talk about Jack and the Red Bulls for a second. Let's talk about kind of their performance a bit as we see Graxent coming through here, coming around into the back straight. SenTeX puts in a 148.8. It's going to be the fastest lap of the race. Fastest lap of qualifying. We're not even in the race yet. Noda putting in a 147.0. That's a strong showing from him. We're going to stick with the Red Bull here, who gets a slipstream off of the Mercedes coming around. No DRS in the rain, of course, so these drivers are just pushing on pace alone, so that slipstream could pay dividends to him. But yeah, no. Talking about the Red Bulls, let's talk about Jack's season so far. Silverstone gets 3rd. Monza, he DNF'd. Italy, he gets 3rd. Monaco, he DNF'd. Italy, he gets 3rd. Spain, he gets 13th. France, he's going to get 1st. And then Singapore, he gets 1st. Graxent spinning out there, coming out of the final corner. Let's see here. Let's see what we can catch here. Graxent's lap is going to be over. Let's jump down here with Owski, who is on his outlap. Of course, his teammate Insidious not running this weekend, so he is going to have Żelazny, who is going to be his teammate running. Of course, that doesn't help them in the Constructors, which currently Alfa Romeo is in last place with only 16 points after only 2 finishes in the top 10. One for Insidious, P8 in France, and then in Spain, Owski finished 4th place. Both drivers have showed strong promise. However, I'm not sure how this situation with Insidious not racing is going to help. I do have confidence, though, that Owski can put in a strong performance and definitely bring something in. Long backstretch, absolutely a long backstretch. A lap time around here in the dry is still around a minute 30, minute 32. Race pace is probably going to be around 135, and these drivers in the wet for quali are putting in 146s. So this should be a long, good race. Let's see what Owski puts in here for his flying lap coming around the first corner. Stay wide, stay wide, stay wide, stay wide. Extremely late apex coming through. Just absolutely looking great. Now you're going to come through into the first sector here. RoLoSky with a 146.2, half a second up on anyone. Owski puts in a 29 in his first sector. Good pace, good looking pace so far from the Alfa Romeo driver. Let's see here. Again, Alfa Romeo, though, only 16 points in the Constructors and last. They're the defending Constructors champions, but at this point in the season, they're going to need some very strong podiums. Of course, running the reserve driver, that means they're going to collect half the points that they potentially could. So Owski is definitely going to be putting Alfa Romeo on his back this weekend and looking to show up. However, Żelazny will definitely be putting a strong performance in. He's a driver that I would definitely watch out for. And then the other team that's running a reserve driver is AlphaTauri. You have RoLoSky, your championship leader, running, but then you also have typowy, who's running in the reserve seat, replacing Foxxxes, who was a large loser last week. Looking at the penalty system here and the penalties, he absolutely lost out. Driver number 89 did not take it easy by the stewards this race or the last race. So he had 2 penalty points and a 15-second time penalty applied to him last race. And then in France, I believe he had a penalty applied as well. Spain, he had 2 penalty points, a warning, and 40-second time penalty applied to him. So Foxxxes currently sitting in penalties with 13 penalty points, which does grant you a quali ban. Obviously, he's not here, so he can't serve that quali ban. So that means when he joins us at our next race in Portugal, he will have to serve a qualifying ban and start from the rear of the field. Coming on RoLoSky, 146.2. Just strong time coming through. Noda is going to be his strongest competition right now. Let's talk about Noda for a minute, though. Noda, P3 in your Drivers' Championship, finishing 14th, and then just every other race except for Silverstone, he's finished top 10 and put points on the board with 2 podium places, one of them being in Spain and the other one being last week in Singapore, where he finished P2. Super strong runnings from him. Definitely keeping McLaren up in the Constructors. McLaren currently 78 points against Red Bull's 125. However, with 5 races to go, there's no reason that he can't bring that back and then make this be a very strong event for him. Looks like Alfa Romeo might be trying to go for a toe along the backstretch, but it looks like Żelazny has lost his front wing, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. Looks like wet quali and dry race is what I'm being told. So should make things interesting, because it basically means that what we're seeing in quali is just who can run strong pace in the wet. But then in the dry, it's going to be a completely different game, which I absolutely love. Let's see here. Let's jump on with BartheZ, who's coming around the final corner. BartheZ is a strong driver as well. BartheZ currently sitting P11 in the Drivers' Championship. 2 DNFs this season, but 1 podium finish in France in P3. Let's see here. Let's jump on. It looks like not a lot of drivers are really in a rush to get some times put in here early. We're about halfway through the session now. Luo out on a lap. He was one I got to watch during practice. He's a driver that definitely seems like he has a strong grip of this track, even though he openly admits it's not his favorite, but he's a driver that seems to have a good time. It looks like a Mercedes has spun up in the first sector. We're not going to cut away, though. We're going to stay right here with Luo and see how he goes through these final few corners, coming around next to last turn. And it looks like he is going to come around, and he is going to set a time of 149.1, improves by 0.6. However, that's still going to keep him in P13. Let's jump down here with the AlphaTauri reserve driver of typowy, who is coming into the pits. Looks like a lot of the drivers are having a hard time just getting stopped at this point, so I feel like if the driver is able to stop, that's going to be enough for them. SenTeX, we're not going to spectate him per his request, but he's a driver that we're definitely going to talk about a bit. Let's jump on with DEBE, though, who is running currently in 9th with a 148.3, coming through the second sector. just watching the way he's driving, he seems very confident. And during practice today, I know he was a driver that seemed confident as well on track with his abilities. Looks like he's putting together a strong lap so far. Coming through the second sector at a 1:01.148, half a tenth up. So looking pretty good. Jump on with him. We'll see. This corner is going to be tricky for a lot of drivers. A lot of drivers in practice pushing the limits and spinning coming through here. But it looks like DEBE holds on to it well coming through. Both Aston Martins this season, less than stellar performances from what they're capable of. DEBE with 3 finishes, 3 DNFs, but his 3 finishes being in the points. His teammate TrueHERO, 2 DNFs, did not start. In Monaco, he finished in 10th. In France, he finished in 4th. Singapore, he was P13, though. Let's see here. So they'll be looking to improve. DEBE comes across with a 147.283, pushing himself up into P5. However, it looks like these lap times are starting to do nothing but speed up. We'll jump on here. It looks like RoLoSky is coming around on his outlap behind him. It looks like everybody's on outlaps potentially, except Mattey's coming around. Could be on his in-lap. Oh, you can see a little bit of a slide there coming through for him, but it looks like nothing too severe. Coming around final corner, he keeps it inside track limits, and Mattey is going to come across and put on a 146.7 flat. Impressive, Mattey. Good job throwing his Williams up into P2. See here, let's see who's coming up. We can see Żelazny is coming around. It looks like he's coming into the third corner. It looks like his teammate just went across, though. Let's see what's going on there. Let's jump on with the McLarens. You can see BartheZ coming across, putting in a 147.3. His teammate Noda is going to be coming around the final couple of corners here. We'll see what he can put in. Noda seems like he's on a strong improvement, and he puts in a 147.6, nearly a second down from his best time. No improvement there. It looks like on in the back stretch we have Żelazny, who has the Alpine getting out of his way, so that way he has no issues. Coming around, getting ready to start his flyer lap. We're going to stick with him. Graxent spinning, and Graxent is going to be done with this qualifying session. We'll jump on with BartheZ here, and it looks like that is also going to be Owski, I believe, who is in the wall back there. So not what they're going to want to see. We'll jump on here with Owski and see if we can see what happened to him. It looks like he may have just spun coming through there. There might have been some contact. Whatever it was, I'm sure that we're going to find out, and it'll be interesting to see exactly what that was. I'll check and see if I can find driver's perspectives after the race. Currently getting message told that I curse Red Bull. For those of you who are unfamiliar, the commentator's curse is strong in FRL. You can probably blame me for the entire reason Ferrari is currently in competition for the most DNFs in a season. I am absolutely to blame for that. However, these drivers just make it easy to watch them and talk about them. And then I happen to catch all the things. The commentator sees all. Let's jump on here with Noda. DEBE, it looks like, is retired from this session. It looks like that is going to be all he puts in. We have a minute 40 left to go in qualifying here in China, in Shanghai. It looks like qualifying's moved very quickly for us here. Jumping on, Noda's coming around. Let's jump down with the Mercedes. We haven't really looked at the Mercedes, and that is Crazy Boy in the Haas who is spun around there in the next to final corner, unless he was just getting out of the way of someone. We see WasserSchwein here going around on a strong lap. Gamer 2021, reserve driver in today for Mercedes. He is going to be filling in for Vixie. Gamer 2021 has put in a few races with us this season. Let's double check here. Gamer 2021 raced in Monaco, finished P13, took a DNF in Spain, and France finished P16. He's a very strong reserve driver, one that's made a few appearances here in the season. So definitely, if he is on the pace and he is able to miss the wrecks, he's a driver that could definitely put in a strong performance this race and could definitely be shooting to secure himself a seat for next season. Now, we're going to jump away from him before I commentator curse him here. TrueHERO coming around into the next to final corner. He is on a flyer currently. He is on a great lap. Let's see what he puts together here. Coming around next to final corner, and it looks like the Haas is going to get out of his way with absolutely no problems at all. We'll see what kind of time he can put in. RoLoSky puts it a 146.1 with 10 seconds to go in quali. TrueHERO puts himself into P13 with a 148.4. Coming behind him, we'll jump on with typowy, who is going to be coming through for his final lap. What is he going to be able to put in? Looks like he is going to be off the pace of his teammate, though. He puts in a 152.3. Cannot improve on his time. Let's jump back. We've got a McLaren coming around. That is going to be Noda, who pushes it through on a 146.4. However, that time was invalid, so he can't improve. We're going to jump down here with WasserSchwein final corner. What can he put in? He puts in a 148, pumps himself into P10. Then we'll jump down. Gamer 2021 is coming around, and you can see back in the back, it looks like that was Żelazny who wrecked there coming out of the final corner. And Gamer 2021 puts in a 149.2. However, that time was invalid, so he cannot improve on his time. We'll jump here. We've got a Haas coming through. It looks like that's Crazy Boy. What can Crazy Boy put in here? Crazy Boy puts in a 147, puts himself up into P9. We still have Bartosz out, and we still have TrueHERO out. Let's follow Bartosz really quick and see what he can put together. See. Oh, and he gets a little wide. That's not going to help him improve his time at all. That lap might be over for him coming through. It looks like RoLoSky is still out right behind him, putting on a final lap. However, RoLoSky goes wide. That's probably going to be his lap over. Looks like Bartosz goes up into P9. And then we'll go ahead and jump down here. TrueHERO, who is the last driver to try to put in a time here. We'll see. It looks like TrueHERO is in no rush. It looks like he's accepted qualifying for where he's at. It looks like he is going to be pitting. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be your qualifying for this Shanghai Grand Prix. Why did I almost call it Singapore? None of us want to remember Singapore. So it looks like you have RoLoSky in P1, Noda in P3, Graxent in P2 in the Red Bull, Mattey in P4, Żelazny in P5, DEBE in P6, BartheZ in 7th, 80 Gamer is P8, Bartosz is going to be in P9, Crazy Boy 10, SenTeX in P11, putting on a performance for a driver that said he was going to be way off the pace and just barely holding on, putting on competitive laps there. WasserSchwein is in P12, TrueHERO in P13, Mattey 14, Luo in 15, Owski in 16, typowy in 17, Gamer 2021 in P18, Dżej Dżej and Jack, the Ferrari and the Red Bull, not able to put a time in. See here. So these drivers, keep an eye on this starting lap, because as we know in this league, lap 1 chaos absolutely loves to happen. So keep your eyes out. I'm going to tell you to probably watch Żelazny, watch Noda, and then definitely keep your eyes on the back of the pack here, because Jack is going to be going for a last of first charge. So we're going to jump over, and then I'll join you back during the formation lap. All right, looks like formation lap is underway. Just looking at the tire strategy here, 80 Gamer, the only racer that's going to go on to softs. Definitely could be a bold strategy for him. Soft tire is not the preferred tire here. A lot of drivers complaining about tire temps during practice today. So it'll be interesting to see what he puts together and how those soft tires affect him. Maybe he is better at keeping up. You can see softs, it's a predicted 2-stop there. Soft, medium, medium. If you're starting on the hard, you're going hard, medium. So if you're going to start on mediums, medium, hard, or you could run a medium, medium, soft. So definitely going to be interesting to see lots of varied strategy throughout the field. So coming down the backstretch here, RoLoSky, your championship leader, is going to look to cement himself in place. He's a driver that is great off the start. He'll be one that's fun to watch. Graxent, though, in the Red Bull is not going to let him get away easy. He's a driver that off of race starts is always competitive and always looking to put in something strong here. 80 Gamer, I come back to him because that soft tire strategy, it's going to give him such an advantage coming off the line compared to all the drivers on mediums and hards, but it's a gutsy strategy. I like it. You can see there's a large gap going back to him there. He's going very slow to put his car onto the grid, trying to make sure he builds up temp and gets everything going. Looking through here, rear of the field is Jack. You can see all the drivers coming around, forming up the grid. Jack is going to be bringing up the rear here for your China Grand Prix, Shanghai International Circuit, FRL, round 8. It still shocks me that we're 8 rounds in here. I feel like we should be farther along. All right. And it is going to be 5 red lights. And it's a long hold, but we are underway for your round 8 here of your Chinese Grand Prix in FRL Season 3. And it looks like RoLoSky gets away well, Graxent gets away well. You can see Noda back in the background, not having a great getaway there. DEBE beside him, not either. And you can see they are going 2 by 2 coming through. There's a lot of chaos in the backfield. However, this first long right-hand corner you can see, and it looks like 80 Gamer moving around. SenTeX, Noda, you can see Żelazny is back there. 80 Gamer, though, on the softs, up in P5 straight off the bat, right behind the McLaren of Noda. Is he going to be able to get by him? We'll definitely keep our eyes on it and see here. Let's see who's made up what here in the beginning. Right off the way, SenTeX has made up 5 places, though. It looks like the big loser is going to be BartheZ, down in 11th now, losing 4 places. SenTeX up 5. Let's jump up here with the leader, though. RoLoSky has ran away with it. He is currently building up nearly a 7/10 gap in just the first couple of sectors going through. However, Graxent right behind him there, who is trying to keep up. Mattey in P3 in the Williams, though, a very strong racer who we know has good race pace. He's going to be one that's fun to watch. Noda in P4, though, right behind. He is going to be all over Mattey coming through. Looks like he might try to have a little peek around the inside there. Is he going to be able to make anything happen? And he's going to fall back in behind. Just a reminder of the pit strategy. Hard to medium 1 lap, soft medium, medium 2 strategies. So that should be interesting to watch there. Noda getting past Mattey down the backstretch, and you can see behind them Żelazny trying to get past SenTeX, and then behind them you have Crazy Boy going past Bartosz and DEBE. They're trying to go 3 wide coming through there, and it looks like they're going to hold it, and it looks like Bartosz is going to be the loser in all of that. Potentially he's able to get past the Haas, but he's not able to lose anything else. 3 wide right behind them coming through. RoLoSky sets your first lap underway. You can see WasserSchwein goes wide right there. Żelazny, the reserve driver, in P6 after a very good first lap. We'll jump back up here with RoLoSky going through. Keep our eyes on what's going on here. WasserSchwein's only 2/10 off of Crazy Boy, taking a slight dive around there, trying to see if he can make something happen. He is not. But boy, was that close. He's still right behind him. Right behind that, you have TrueHERO and BartheZ, who are absolutely duking it out. If you didn't know, AWS really wants you to know your pit strategy for this track, because this track is one that's definitely going to be a good pit strategy to watch. Oh, and that is TrueHERO getting a little loose coming off of that corner there, and he's able to keep it together just barely, just barely. But, oh, BartheZ does not keep it together. He spins out, and that is going to open up Jack to try to get around TrueHERO here. Jack is pushing. He's up to P13 already, and he is still trying to get things going and get things moving up, coming into the long back stretch. Is he going to be able to make something happen? And it looks like he is going to pull slightly ahead. However, we'll see how the braking zone treats them. Coming through right behind. They're going to try to do a little bit of a switchback, and TrueHERO is going to fall in place and think better of it. We'll see if he's able to do anything coming around the first corner. Let's jump back up here. RoLoSky sets a 135 flat. Mattey in P4. Just look at the field coming down through. Mattey is right behind, trying to get around Noda, and WasserSchwein gets the first time penalties of the race. Three laps in here, and it looks like all the drivers putting on a very strong performance on this Shanghai circuit. No caution flags yet, nothing crazy, couple of little spins, but it looks like all in all these drivers are definitely pushing for a clean race after the safety car fest that was Shanghai. They're definitely trying to keep it together and keep things going here. RoLoSky trying to run away with this race. Currently has a 20-second spread across the field, 1.3 seconds up on Graxent. No threat of DRS for him coming through the backstretch, and we'll see exactly how hard he is able to push to get around. Mattey putting pressure on Noda, trying to make something happen. Half a second, 80 gamer behind him, 8/10 back, DRS wide open for them. And it looks like Mattey's able to close up the gap to about 2/10, but however, he's not going to be close enough to be able to make something happen on this occasion. However, we'll keep eyes on him here and see if he's able to make something else happen. Looking down through the back stretch, it looks like TrueHERO may be able to make something happen here on Dżej Dżej, but he's not able to. He gets within a 10th, but not enough. And it looks like back in the back, we still have a lot of things happening. Let's jump back here and see if we can tell what's happened, because we have a lot of positions changing place here. Oh, ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Looks like that was a case of typowy getting a little loose, going into the side of BartheZ and taking both of them out. Bad luck for the McLaren and the AlphaTauri driver. Safety car is deployed on lap 4 of your Singapore Grand Prix. It's not Singapore. This is Shanghai. This is China. Lap 4, safety car has been deployed. Alright, let's see what drivers decide to pit here and what they're going to do strategy-wise. It looks like no drivers opting to come into the pits yet from the top of the field. Looks like everybody's kind of holding on there. 80 Gamer pitting, coming off of those soft tires. Very strong performance from him, so he'll have a tire advantage coming through the field. Definitely should be one to watch out for. Running the alternate strategy, which I am a fan of for him. Definitely a good decision on his end. It could prove to pay dividends at the end of the race. So he is going to be the only driver to take advantage of the safety car pit right off the bat. So he is going to drop down into P16. However, he is going to be on a fresh set of mediums to be able to carve his way through the field. BartheZ and typowy obviously have to pit due to damage on their cars. Looks like what happened from our perspective that we could see was typowy was just pushing, got a little loose. Unfortunately, BartheZ was right there, right beside him, and then it just happened to be unfortunate for both. RoLoSky, your championship leader after 5 laps here at the Shanghai International Circuit. is going to be in first place. He was looking to push away from the field, so safety cars aren't what he's going to want to see. However, for Graxent, Noda, Mattey, the drivers behind him, this is absolutely what they wanted to see. Żelazny is into P5, the reserve driver, putting on a very stellar performance. Going to possibly try to push his way through for a first sprint race next season. Speaking of which, let's touch on that really quick. If you're not aware and you're new to FRL, first of all, welcome. Second of all, announced last week is the second split that will open up for next season. It will be stewarded by the same group. It'll be hosted by a driver in the first split. However, this split allows full assist except for DRS and pit assist. So this is for drivers that are looking to really learn the league racing, get used to the schedule. It will run at 7 p.m. Central European time, so an hour and a half before the split 1 race runs. And it'll be one that will allow you, if you're new to league racing, if you're not familiar with the process, to get comfortable and kind of learn what you're doing. That way you can put on strong showing. Strong drivers from split 2 can qualify up into split 1, and they do run the same rules. So, but it does present opportunities to move around. Split 1 drivers can be engineers for split 2. If you run in split 2, you can reserve for split 1, but you can't run it the other way around. Split 1 drivers can't race in split 2. Definitely going to be one that I'm interested in watching. Should be very, very fun to see. If you're interested, just join the Discord server, link in the description, and contact admin. And they will be able to help you out and kind of talk to you about what they're looking at. I know this is something that's been in the works for a while, so definitely should be exciting to see come to fruition next season. They'll run the same calendar too as Split 1, which is a 14 race calendar that's been announced for next season. Some great tracks on there. I'm personally looking forward to seeing Coda. Of course, though, I'm in the US, so it kind of makes sense. Japan is in there. We're going to be running some other really, really fun tracks. You'll have to stop by and see it because it's a 14 race calendar that should be very, very, very fun. RoLoSky getting a 5-second penalty for a collision with Graxent. Looks like we missed out on what happened there. Not going to be what he wants to see. So RoLoSky already making his race a little bit harder than he probably needed to be. Safety car is going to be in this lap, which means RoLoSky is going to be taking control of the field. He'll decide when they go off anytime during this long backstretch. He'll give time for the safety car to pull away, and then he will decide when the field resets and goes. He definitely won't want to do it anytime during this back straight. He'll want to do it very, very late. Typowy getting a penalty for a collision with BartheZ. RoLoSky just taking his time. Graxent very much trying to push the AlphaTauri driver to go, because Graxent knows that behind him he has Noda and Mattey and Żelazny that are very eager to get past him. The Red Bull driver waiting any moment for the AlphaTauri driver to decide to go, but RoLoSky is smart. He knows not to leave any sort of an opportunity for Graxent to get past him. Of course, no passing until you get past the start-finish line. It looks like RoLoSky decided to go from the outside of the kern, which I don't think anybody was expecting, so we are going to be back underway for lap 7 here at the Shanghai International Circuit for this Chinese Grand Prix. RoLoSky gets away very, very well. Already has almost a second gap on Graxent in second place. Noda in third. And it looks like one of the Haas drivers gets a little swirly there in the last corner, along with Typowy. 80 Gamer on the alternate strategy falling back. I hate to see it for 80 Gamer. AD Gamer currently P6 in the Drivers' Championships with a very, very strong showing and one win to his name after an absolutely eventful Spanish Grand Prix. Catching back up at the front of the field, though, we have Mattey, who is half a second off a Noda. The top three have already built up a second gap on each other. However, it looks like Mattey in P4 is not going to let go of that podium place yet. Mattey getting his first podium with FRL last week with a P3, and it looks like he's going to try to replicate another P3 this season. Oh, you can see in the back, though, that is Graxent, who has spun coming around into the back straight. A corner that was eventful for drivers during practice, and it looks like that is going to just absolutely decimate his race. That's what Mattey wanted to see. Mattey only 3/10 back on Noda, though, with DRS help. He's not able to make the pass happen. However, Mattey is right all over the back of the McLaren, so he's definitely going to push, and it'll be interesting to see if he tries any heroics into the long, long right-hander here of turn 1. I call it turn 1, but it's in reality turns 1 and 2, and also the left-hander is turn 3 and 4. However, for the way the curve sets up to a lot of these drivers, it feels just like one turn with a very, very late apex. Mattey falling back to around 0.6 of a second off. Looks like this is going to be your closest battle currently on track. Going through, trying to keep up with Noda in the middle sector, doing a very, very strong job. Noda is, of course, trying to race to close his gap to Jack, but also build his gap to Graxent. Graxent currently only 11 points behind Noda in the championship, in the Drivers' Championship, so he is looking to build his place. And then also all of these drivers are racing for their seats for next season. They are trying to secure their seats. Currently looking at the stats and looking at who needs what. Looking at who needs what. I know a lot of these drivers have currently secured their places by the number of laps they've ran. And then there's a lot of drivers that need a lot of strong races. Both Ferraris needing very, very strong races this season in order to secure their places. Depending on how this race goes, RoLoSky does have the possibility to lose his place in the Constructors' Championship, or in the Drivers' Championship. If RoLoSky were to DNF, he and Jack were to finish P1, which is not outside of the realm of possibilities. We've seen crazier things happen. AD Gamer winning the Spanish Grand Prix. I will continue to say it. One of those things that you never thought would happen, and it happened. Not that I never thought AD Gamer would win, it was just the way everything went out. Bartosz spinning back in the middle sector, and safety car is going to be deployed. We'll see if we can catch up to see exactly what happened to him. It looks like he may have gotten caught out here in this corner. Yeah, he got caught out and then hit the corner, so that is going to be Bartosz out. And that is going to be your second safety car here in your FRL Chinese Grand Prix. Lots of drivers taking advantage to pit under safety car. However, Dżej Dżej, BartheZ, and Luo all opting to not. Of course, BartheZ pitted under the first safety car, and it looks like that has paid off for him, putting him up into P2 currently. Dżej Dżej in the Ferrari is up into P1. Definitely the place that I know he's going to want to stay. Looking at Dżej Dżej's performances so far this season, he has 3 top 10s and 3 DNFs. So if Dżej Dżej could bring this home, that would be absolutely beautiful for Ferrari and for their bid in the Constructors. Currently only 9 points behind Williams, and then only 25 points behind Haas, who are running P4. So he's definitely going to be looking to try to put something together here for Ferrari. Hopefully I didn't commentate or curse him. We're going to jump back here with BartheZ and spectate him in P2 just to make sure we didn't curse anybody. If you're just joining us, we are on our second safety car here at the Shanghai International Circuit, your Chinese Grand Prix in FRL Season 3, Round 8. We had one safety car after typowy got together with... I don't even remember who he got together with. They got together there in the early laps, lap 4, and then that brought out a safety car. Everything got back together. Typowy was not able to recover, however... We are now on the second safety car after Bartosz pushing to try to catch AD Gamer and make a pass, spins it in the middle sector, and crashes his car into the inside barrier. As far as pit strategy goes, it'll be interesting to see what the plan is here. I'm sure lots of these drivers are going to be looking to try to take this to the end. I don't know that the hard tires can last to the end. We may be a little too soon for that, so some of these drivers might need one more stop. The medium drivers for sure will need a stop. Dżej Dżej and Luo have yet to make their first stop. BartheZ has done one pit stop. BartheZ, with some really, really constructive tire management, could possibly make it to the end. However, that's going to be very risky for him, and I don't know if that's possible in his regard. Currently, the only driver to DNF is Bartosz. 19 drivers left here in the race. Safety car is going to be in this lap, which means that Dżej Dżej is going to be the one taking control of the field after the safety car goes around. Means he will decide when these drivers take off and get going. It could be interesting to see exactly when he goes. We saw RoLoSky after the first safety car restart go early. Looks like he is going to be holding the field back. Looks like he's decided this is where he's going to open up, and he is going to be catching BartheZ off guard, it looks like. So BartheZ off and away, and we are back off of our second safety car for green flag running here in this round 8. And it looks like BartheZ was not expecting that. However, RoLoSky gets past Luo right off the bat, just absolutely flying with that fresh set of hard compound tires against Luo's 11 lap holds. And Mattey is going to dive right around the inside as well and get him. Is anybody else going to be able to take advantage of this in the beginning? It does not look like it. And we have a yellow flag sector 1. It looks like that is going to be for Luo, who is spun there in the first few corners, lost his wing. He's going to be back going, though, no issues. It doesn't look like he's held up anyone there. Jumping back up in the front, though, Dżej Dżej. RoLoSky only 2/10 off of BartheZ. Trying to hold on to him there. We'll see if that Honda-powered AlphaTauri can make anything happen. Coming through. Looks like he had a little peek up the inside. Didn't have the space to make it happen, though. And they are still pushing extremely hard going through. And it looks like he thought about a dive on the inside. Did not Daniel Ricciardo it. He's going to be coming back around. We're coming around the right-hander, coming onto the third sector. It looks like RoLoSky gets a little loose, which might open the door up for Mattey to try to get around him. Mattey is going to be pushing. Mattey is right on his rear wing, though. Mattey looking around, following in slipstream, not able to make it happen. We still have half a straight to go, though. Is he going to have a peeker on the inside and try to dive bomb? It looks like he's down on the inside. Isn't far enough along, though. Is going to get back in place. RoLoSky holds on to P3 for the moment. BartheZ still holding on to P2. He's going to need a strong exit off of this corner. Dżej Dżej only 3/10 up the road, though. It looks like the front of this field has constricted very hard. They're very, very, very close to each other there. Dżej Dżej trying to break the slipstream, dives all the way over to get ready for that first corner. Everybody's following him over. We'll keep our eyes on how this is going to go. Oh, RoLoSky getting very loose on the inside there. And it looks like Mattey having to cut around a little bit due to what happened there with RoLoSky. Was not expecting it. Noda is right behind as well. Your front six are all separated by 3 seconds. Coming around in the second sector. Do not keep your eyes away from your screens currently if you're watching, because this is getting very interesting right here on lap 13 of this 28-lap race. You can see Mattey is still chasing down RoLoSky, who's after BartheZ and after Dżej Dżej. Oh, BartheZ trying to break the slipstream there from RoLoSky. RoLoSky is going to have another peek down the inside. Can't make anything happen. Right all over his rear wing. Only 2/10 off. Dżej Dżej's managed to open the gap up to about 1.2 seconds. BartheZ is basically putting on a defensive class for Dżej Dżej, allowing Dżej Dżej to try to build up some sort of a gap here in the free air. RoLoSky 2/10 away, coming down this backstretch. Is he going to be able to make this happen? He's pushing, and BartheZ is going to cut it a little bit wide. He's side by side there. Is he going to be able to make it happen? RoLoSky's going to have the inside of the corner, and he is going to absolutely bring it around, and that is going to be that pass done. RoLoSky up into second place. Mattey's not done, though. Mattey gets BartheZ as well. Mattey's up into third. BartheZ and Noda, the teammates in fourth and fifth. DRS enabled this lap. Are they going to play team strategy here? You have Żelazny and P6, who is having a look around there on Noda. Only less than a 10th back. He's trying to make something happen. Looks like he buys his time. He's going to look around. McLarens are squabbling a little bit, and that's going to open up the door for Żelazny to come around. He's coming around the outside there of turn 4. Does not make it happen, though. Side by side, coming through. Żelazny is able to get the advantage there, but BartheZ is going to push it back through. BartheZ and Żelazny going side by side for multiple corners. Finally makes it happen. It looks like Crazy Boy is going to try to take advantage of everything happening to BartheZ as well. BartheZ dropping 7 places, down to 7th place in just a handful of corners. Yellow flag in sector 2. Doesn't look like it's anything crazy. RoLoSky up in second place, though. Dżej Dżej with nearly 9/10 of a second on the championship leader, RoLoSky. We'll see how this battle here between AlphaTauri and Ferrari goes down. Mattey only 4/10 back on RoLoSky. It looks like he is going to get DRS. DRS is open. However, RoLoSky does have DRS on Dżej Dżej. Is Mattey going to think about trying to do anything here? He's 3/10. He's pushing. He's not close enough to make anything happen this lap. Coming through around for lap 15. It looks like we have a Haas going slow back in the third sector. Crazy Boy. Did Crazy Boy spin? Let's take a look. It looks like if he did, he's back underway, though. No issues. Let's jump back with the front of the field here and see what's going on here. Noda, Mattey, RoLoSky only 2/10 off of Dżej Dżej. Is he going to have a peek around the inside here coming through the first few series of corners? He thought about it. He wasn't able to make anything stick, though. Nothing happened. Crazy Boy is going to be retired from this session. DNF. And safety car has been deployed. That is going to be your 3rd safety car of this race. After it looks like Crazy Boy DNFing, and that is going to bring out safety car number 3. Dżej Dżej did not want to see this at all. Absolutely not what you want to see is Dżej Dżej. I mean, it's good because he can pit and get off of his hard compound tires, and get onto a fresh set of tires and push. However, RoLoSky, he was starting to hold a gap, and it looks like RoLoSky's going to be able to close that gap all the way back up and possibly push and catch up to him. So recapping, we're on lap 15 of 28 here. Dżej Dżej in P1, RoLoSky in P2, Mattey in P3, Noda in P4, Żelazny in P5, BartheZ in P6, WasserSchwein in P7, Jack in P8 after starting last after wrecking during qualifying, pushing up into P8. Do not count him out. We still have half a race to go. Could definitely be interesting to see what he does. DEBE in P9, Graxent in P10, Mattey in P11, SenTeX in P12, TrueHERO P13, Owski in P14, 80 Gamer 15, Gamer 2021 in P16, typowy in P17, and Luo in P18. Your current DNFs are Crazy Boy and Bartosz. Alright, 16 laps in, and I'm curious to see what some of these drivers have done in terms of stops. So it looks like most drivers have done one stop so far. You have Owski, who's done 2 stops. DEBE's done 2. Jack's done 2. 80 Gamer's done 3 stops. Looking at tires, it looks like Jack and 80 Gamer went onto a fresh set of mediums. Dżej Dżej's on a fresh set of mediums to try to see if they can take advantage. This track is very, very rough on tires. I know a lot of the drivers during practice were complaining about tire temps and tire degradation. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Looking at positions gained, RoLoSky is right back where he started. Noda's right back where he started. Mattey is in 2nd place, up 2 places. Żelazny is up a place into 4th. WasserSchwein has gained 6 places so far. Mattey has gained 6 places. SenTeX has gained 2. TrueHERO's gained 3. Owski's gained 5. Your big losers: Bartosz, Crazy Boy, DEBE's down 7, 80 Gamer is down 7, and Luo is down 2. One fun stat that was posted in the Discord earlier this week is we see safety cars coming in this lap, and something I wanted to make sure to touch on here. This stat was posted by DEBE. It was looking at drivers last. So looking at DEBE, it's been 8 rounds since his last podium. Dżej Dżej, it's been 12 rounds. Crazy Boy looking, it's been 20 rounds since his last podium or win. Looks like he won in Season 1, Round 19 in Mexico. So, and it looks like in terms of that, Dżej Dżej, his last win was Season 2, Round 6. RoLoSky's going to bring the field around, though. We are back underway. Green flag racing after your 3rd safety car for your Chinese Grand Prix here in Shanghai. Coming around first corner. Everything looking good so far. Looks like everybody got away very well. Nothing too crazy has happened. Looks like Mattey 6/10 back here on RoLoSky. And it looks like that is going to be DEBE, who I believe I commentator cursed again, who spun in the first sector. RoLoSky absolutely throwing up a gap early, almost a second, over a second built now on Mattey in just the first handful of corners. It looks like BartheZ has spun out there in the middle sector as well. We'll jump back and see if we can see what happened to him. Looks like he is going to be back underway with no issues though. Żelazny is only 4/10 off of Noda. Let's keep an eye on them here and see if anything happens in the backstretch with the help of slipstream. No DRS until 2 laps after safety car. Closing the gap, closing the gap, closing the gap, 2/10. Trying to make something happen. It looks like he's not able to. It looks like typowy has spun back, coming onto the long straight. It's a back straight, but it's not really a back straight. It's easier just to refer to it as a back straight though. Żelazny not able to get past Noda there at that point though. WasserSchwein is 8/10 off of Graxent, trying to push and make something happen. Mattey is only 6/10 off of WasserSchwein, and it looks like these drivers are trying to go through. However, RoLoSky 1.5 second gap on Mattey, and Mattey has almost a second up on Noda already. So it's going to be this battle for your 3rd podium place. It's going to get really interesting coming through. You can see back in the back, Jack and TrueHERO are going back and forth. We'll jump back here and see if we can catch any action here. Oh, it looks like TrueHERO and 80 Gamer getting very, very close there. But it looks like Jack prevails going through, but it looks like TrueHERO is not going to let that go so easily. Jack up in the 10th place with 10 laps to go. Is he going to be able to push and get higher up and try to bring a dent into RoLoSky's championship lead? At this moment, it does not appear so. Żelazny in P4, only 3/10 off of Noda coming through into the right-hander before the back straight and the long straight. He might be able to get something done on this straight. We'll keep an eye here. We'll see what happens coming through. It looks like he gets a very good exit. Looks like Noda didn't get as good of an exit. He's closing, he's closing, he's closing. 2/10 off. Can you make that happen? It looks like Noda's going to go to the inside to try to defend. Looks like he's going to bring it back up. Żelazny thought about having a peek there and trying to outbreak him, but did not do it. Coming around on lap 20, coming through the first couple corners, everything looking very strong so far. Żelazny is still only a half second off of Noda. Definitely keeping our eyes on him. It looks like that is the closest battle currently on track, except for it looks like Mattey, Dżej Dżej, and SenTeX. Only about a half a second separating each one of them from the other. You can see all of these drivers just holding on to each other. trying to make sure that nobody builds too far of a gap, trying to make sure things happen. Dżej Dżej only 3/10 off of Mattey. Is he going to be able to close up anything going into the third sector and make something happen? Still keeping my eyes up on Noda and Żelazny with a half second there and 8/10 between Noda and Mattey. Żelazny might be a little too far back. Meanwhile, Dżej Dżej with a great pass on Mattey there on your screen. Coming through onto the third sector, and it looks like he has already opened that up. Going through, we'll jump back on with Żelazny, who's only a 10th off of Noda. Noda's going to defend hard on the inside and make him go wide. Is he going to be able to make that happen? A little bit of a switchback, and it looks like Żelazny does not convert on that occasion. He cannot make that happen, but he is right all over the rear wing of Noda. Is he going to try anything going down the front straight? DRS open for both of them. Żelazny is going to look around the outside there, and it's not going to work. He's going to go back up the inside, still not making it work. He's got to wheel up, and it looks like Noda might have gotten a little loose there, but Noda's going to have the inside here for turn 3 and turn 4. Żelazny is trying. He is trying, and he is trying. You have to give the man an A+ for effort. It looks like Żelazny is going to try to late break him, and it looks like he's going to shut the door. However, Noda is still right there. He's going to have the inside for the corner, and he's going to get it. Żelazny is going to go for the switchback. This is intense racing from the two drivers. They are not giving each other an inch. Who is going to prevail for this? It looks like Żelazny is pushing so hard, and he spins there in the middle sector. Dżej Dżej, meanwhile, is going to be getting a pass here on Graxent, it looks like. Or sorry, on WasserSchwein. He gets that around. Now he's going to be chasing down Graxent, trying to get himself into the podium places. Noda is going to be so happy to see Żelazny away from him. That was such a close battle, though. RoLoSky setting a fastest lap on a set of hards, 135.2. Going through, he's built up a 3-second gap here on Mattey. Noda is only 6/10 back on Mattey, though, and it looks like he may be trying to make something happen here. Looking back through the field, 80 Gamer is only 2/10 off of Żelazny. We'll jump back here with them really quick. Żelazny showing he is a driver that will be very aggressive and a driver that is not going to let any opportunity go away. What's that saying? If you go for a gap, if you don't go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver. I feel like that has to be tattooed on Żelazny's forearm or something, because he was absolutely pushing for every gap he could find. Noda 7/10 back going into the third sector. Is he going to be able to convert and make anything happen here? Lap 22, he's got a limited number of laps to make this happen, but he is going to have the help of DRS on this occasion. 7/10 back, is he going to be able to make anything happen here? We're going to watch and see here. DRS open, can he close it? Can he close it? Just a little too far back, but that is going to help him get closer if he can maintain and go into the next DRS zone. He is right there. What a great late break from him. What a good exit. Now only 3/10 back. We'll jump back here with SenTeX, who is only 2/10 back on Mattey. Of course, SenTeX again carrying that force feedback issue. However, he has not let it stop him. He is right all over Mattey. He's going to look around the inside. He thought about it, but he wasn't able to make that happen. Still only 3/10 back there. He is absolutely trying to push and get himself a strong finish here. DEBE out of nowhere puts in a 133.7. Looks like he's going to nab the fastest lap off of RoLoSky. back in the back of the pack, and that absolutely goes through. Owski is going onto a fresh set of softs to finish the race as well. We're going to jump up here with Noda, who's still only a half second back on Mattey. Can he make a pass happen on the backstretch here on this occasion? 5 laps to go. And DRS open, and it looks like he's thinking about it. He's very close. He's very, very close. 2/10, 1/10. He's going to look around the inside. Mattey's not going to be able to defend it, but is he going to go for the switchback? I do believe Mattey goes for the switchback there. And Mattey's not able to make the switchback happen. However, that means Mattey will have DRS coming into the front stretch, and he is going to open it up, and we are going to watch him absolutely push and try to go around. He's going to think about it inside, outside, which way is he going to go. Noda's going to dive up, and Mattey is going to fall into place there, but he is right on his heels. Watch out for the next backstretch occasion, because I'm sure they will go for that again. Mattey's going into the pits now on his 13-lap all mediums. We'll see what tires he decides to go on. He's going for a fresh set of softs as well to finish the race. Looks like some of the drivers just not having enough after some earlier pits to finish the race and be comfortable on their tires. RoLoSky, we'll check in and make sure he's still doing okay. A 4.3 second gap built up on Noda. You can see him just up ahead on Noda's screen. Absolutely ran away with this race so far, it looks like. However, 4 laps to go. Safety car, anything could happen here. Mattey, 6/10 off of Noda coming into the back stretch. Is he going to be able to make anything happen? Looks like he gets a good run coming out of the corner, and we'll see. Graxent is 1.1 seconds back. Graxent's going to be pushing very hard to close the gap. DRS open here. Is Mattey going to be able to make it happen? 3/10, 2/10, 1/10, and it looks like he's just a little short. However, he is going to try for the old switchback here. Doesn't make it happen. Can't get a good enough exit off the corner, and he is going to fall back into place for another lap. Żelazny is 2/10 off of SenTeX there. Looks like they are right neck and neck with each other. Coming through, Żelazny is going to look up the inside of the Ferrari, and he is going to have that position go through, evenly matched on tires. However, I don't think SenTeX is going to let that one go away. He's still got to wheel up the inside. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for a little bit of a switchback here. Ooh, they are right up on each other. But it looks like right now it's going to be Ferrari 8th, 9th. Still a strong showing from the Scuderia. We'll jump on with Jack really quick, who is 6/10 back on WasserSchwein, trying to make anything happen. Graxent's closed the gap up to 7/10 already, though. 6/10 on Mattey. So Graxent's going to be pushing for that 3rd place podium. Mattey's going to not want it to happen after having his first podium last race. He's going to want another podium this race. Coming on the backstretch, it looks like Mattey is spun, and Mattey is going to be DNFing. Pushing to try to keep Graxent away from safety car with 3 laps to go. This changes everything. Some of these drivers that just pitted on the softs possibly made a great decision. 3 laps to go. Do you gamble and do you pit, or do you not? BartheZ is going to have a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. This could mean we only have a 1 or 2 lap shootout here. It doesn't look like anybody's really opting to pit at the moment. Back couple cars are potentially due to damage. Looks like RoLoSky pitted. He's going to go to get his fastest lap back, but he has compromised his race finish, meaning Noda is going to be in the lead here with 2 laps to go coming to the flag. Graxent in second place, WasserSchwein in third, Jack in fourth. Jack on mediums that could potentially be dying off at this point. However, he is going to absolutely be pushing. Look at the work he's putting into those tires, trying to keep tire temps, trying to get everything together. But you have Żelazny right back in P5. And I will tell you, after watching this driver's performance, I've been very impressed. This driver is one that you definitely need to keep your eyes on, and I'm sure Jack knows he's right behind him, and his engineer is going to be telling him, hey, watch out for this driver. And Noda is wasting absolutely no time getting these drivers back underway. We have a 2-lap shootout here in your round 8. They're back going, and it looks like Noda has tried to take off. Graxent has left him absolutely no room to get away, though. It looks like Dżej Dżej and SenTeX back in the back are inverting positions to try to get past Żelazny, but you have Graxent right there, not able to make it happen, though. They're going back and forth, and Graxent's right on the inside. He's not able to put it together, so it looks like Noda is going to keep your lead going in with 2 laps to go. WasserSchwein back in third place, absolutely trying. Jack back and forth. The yellow flag there. It looks like one of the McLarens going slow. BartheZ. Look at these drivers absolutely pushing. We'll jump back here with Jack in fourth place, who is trying everything to get past WasserSchwein. You can see behind him, though, it looks like RoLoSky is going to be getting past Żelazny there. Żelazny isn't going to let it happen, though. Żelazny trying, gets a little loose there, and is that going to open the door for Dżej Dżej? Dżej Dżej can't take advantage. We're going into the backstretch. No DRS for the rest of the race, of course, due to that incident there and when safety car comes out. So it looks like Jack is keeping his eyes out. He's looking. He's trying to see who's behind him. He's trying. Oh, just not close enough to make that happen. He just gets his car stopped. It looks like RoLoSky is trying to get past Jack, and Jack is just going to slam the door on him. RoLoSky is able to get past, though, and that puts RoLoSky up into P4. So the win is not out of RoLoSky's hands there. WasserSchwein trying against him. RoLoSky's going to go right past him on the straightaway. No issues at all. Still trying to make something happen there, and it looks like Graxent's going to be the next car there for RoLoSky to get past. Is he going to be able to make anything happen at this point? Oh, and this is going to be your final lap here. If RoLoSky's going to make it happen, he needs to make it happen now. Coming through, and he's going to go to the inside of Graxent, which is going to turn into the outside for this corner. He doesn't make it happen because Graxent gives him the squeeze coming around. This is an exciting final lap. Oh, and RoLoSky's going to get loose. Him and Graxent have a little bit of contact there. So is that going to be something WasserSchwein and Jack can take advantage of? WasserSchwein's not able to make it anything he can take advantage of. Jack is right behind him, though. It looks like they're going to fall into place. RoLoSky may have pushed his luck just a little too hard. Looks like back in the back, TrueHERO has had a little bit of a spin, but he's back underway with no issues. Coming around the backstretch, it's going to be the final time any of these drivers can push to make anything happen. RoLoSky's only 3/10 back on Graxent, so he's definitely got the space to do it. Can he make that happen? Graxent's going to defend extra hard coming through here. Graxent defending with everything he's got, trying to keep the door shut. RoLoSky's going to dive it around the inside and outbrake him, but Graxent's going to do the switchback. 17 lap old hards, and he is holding on to it. RoLoSky's looking for anything he can do. Graxent is trying to slam the door in every way, and RoLoSky's going to spin it coming around the final corner. Oh, wow. And that is going to be your race over. Noda is going to win. In dramatic fashion, Noda wins. Graxent P2. Dżej Dżej gets into third place in the Ferrari. Żelazny in P4. Jack in P5. AD Gamer P6. SenTeX in P7. WasserSchwein in P8. Mattey 9. RoLoSky, after a final corner spin, is going to be in 10th place. Luo in P11. TrueHERO P12. Gamer in P13. DEBE 14. Wow. Wow. What an absolute way to finish that. Driver of the day, Dżej Dżej, very, very much deserved after a great finish there. What a dramatic battle to the end. It wasn't Noda having to defend, but what a dramatic battle. Just wow. What a... So Jack, starting P20, ends up P2. Dżej Dżej starting 19, ends up 3rd. I said Jack ended up P2. He ended up 5th with 2 pit stops. Noda bringing home the win. 80 Gamer in the Haas in 6th place. SenTeX in 7th. RoLoSky, though, I know that final lap is going to be talked about. I cannot wait to see the discussion on that. That'll be an interesting one to hear about. We'll jump back in here in a few minutes, and we'll see what the drivers have to say.
Good points, guys.
Yeah,
Points?
one
Not
super.
Finally,
strong points for Ferrari.
Yeah, like Ferrari finished the race. What is happening?
Yeah, no,
Right.
no, strong points for Williams. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, Rick Williams.
All right.
We were
So-
first and last from the back of the scoreboard.
Oh yeah. You feel the Ferrari? You feel how it is
Yeah.
to be at Ferrari, literally.
All right. For those of you watching the stream who aren't sure who's talking, we've got Mattey and Bartosz, both Williams drivers, and then we have Dżej Dżej and SenTeX, both Ferrari drivers, joining us to have a little bit of a post-race chat and kind of talk about how everything happened. First of all, congratulations to Ferrari finishing
thank
a
you so
race
much.
finally. I was scared I commentator cursed you all because I talked about it a lot, and then you all finished. So I'm very, very glad to see.
The curse has been taken down.
Yeah,
The
did you
curse.
spectate me or didn't?
I spectated you a bit. When you watch the stream, you'll be interested in seeing.
Okay.
we'll definitely rewatch that and try to figure out what we did, to, like also not DNF in future races.
For sure. JJ, what happened in that final lap there? Because you were what, like coming into the final couple of corners, you were what, P5 and got up to P3 somehow?
Yes, I think Jack and WasserSchwein had penalties. So after overtaking Żelazny and RoLoSky, who spun at the final corner of the race, I got into P5, and because of penalties, I landed on P3.
Well, congratulations on a podium.
Thank you.
I'm gonna pull
Finally.
Noda in as well. Hey, Noda.
Hello.
Noda,
Hello.
McLaren driver
Oh,
and the winner of round 8. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let's see.
And that's all.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's all of my
That's a question,
comments
so you
on
can
this.
go now.
For sure. I know watching the practice today, this wasn't one that it seemed like anybody was excited for. So overall, really clean, really good driving. So only 3 DNFs. 2 of them are joining us.
And it weren't Ferrari.
And it
That's
wasn't
important thing.
Ferrari. So talking with Williams here. Bartosz, do you want to go first and kind of talk about what happened?
Yeah, why not? Well, I performed a great quali. I think I should maybe not. I should. I could go. I don't know how to say, but I could went higher than the P9. I saw that I could be even P6 or 7. Well, but then in the race, lap, I don't know, 9 or 10, I wanted to catch up the 80 gamer and I spun and crashed. So that was my race. I was thinking that Mattey will finish on the podium for some points for Williams, but he also crashed. So one and two,
Not
but
this time.
on the bottom of the list. So yes, I'm a little bit disappointed, but next it's Portuguese, so we will see.
You'll get used to it.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next Williams driver here. Mattey, you were putting on a good race. What kind of happened?
I just wanted to spawn and crash out of the race. I don't know what happened. I'm just stupid, I think.
I wouldn't say you're stupid. You were putting on a good race. I didn't catch exactly what happened. So if anyone else caught it, you're free to let me know. Unfortunately, I just don't think I was spectating you at the time. Let's see here. Noda, congratulations.
Yes, thank you once again. Do I tell about the race? Something?
Yeah, tell us about your race and kind of tell us how it went.
Well, maybe we'll start from the quali. That was a solid performance, I think. Yeah, I written on the McLaren team chat that I would like to have rain because I don't feel real confident on this circuit. Yeah, and I had it in quali on the first set of inters of wets. Sorry, on the first set of wets, I started improving on my last lap, but I've decided to box for new wets, and the decision maybe wasn't the best one because then I couldn't just get the pace that I got on those already used wets. And yeah, race started with getting overtaken by Mattey. He had a really solid pace for the whole race when I finally overtook him on lap probably 20, something like this. Yeah, then a few laps after this, Mattey spun. So yeah, I felt bad for him because he had really solid pace for the whole race, and yeah, one spin and it's all over. But yeah, can do nothing about this. Meanwhile, I had a fight with Żelazny. He was just so probably like he just wanted to overtake me as soon as he could, and yeah, he just went for it in the couple of turns in sector 2. And yeah, we were fighting quite clean, and then I tried to leave as many space as I could, and he just spun. And I asked on the general if that was my fault or he spun on himself, but yeah, he didn't answer, so I guess he doesn't care about this.
Yeah.
Maybe even better, because yeah, I would get a penalty and yeah, lose the podium. And with the safety cars, I wasn't really happy about the safety cars, but when the last safety car like came in on the few last laps, I was surprised because I thought that we would get on the safety car to the line. But yeah, it was only a 1 lap on track. And then I saw RoLoSky boxing for new softs. And I thought, well, that's a quite interesting decision, I think.
I think I said the same thing.
Yeah, and
But I think I just want to mention that I think he had the pace to deliver, and he absolutely shredded through the field as he went by me and a couple others. So I think it was a risky decision, but definitely it would be an insane way to win. Pit at the final laps and actually go through, overtake everyone and claim the victory.
Yeah, he was P3, and yeah, then he was fighting with Graxent, and well, some drama, I guess, finally.
Yeah, last
He
lap
finished in
drama.
10, so yeah, and when I stayed in front of Graxent on the lap after the safety car, I was really happy about it because Graxent is my for now main rival in the standings. And well, then I saw that RoLoSky is fighting with him, and yeah, just Graxent just started fighting with him, so I could really calm drive to the finish line, and yeah, I've managed to get my P1, and I'm really happy about it. And that is happening in the race that I would say is one of the worst tracks on the whole game. Minus social credit for me right now, but yeah, I'm not enjoying this track, but I think that I will start enjoying it after this race. Yeah,
for sure. I know everybody was mentioning up front they didn't like the track, and overall strong races from everyone. For people who don't like this track, I mean, great race. So
I think there's a pattern with not liking the track and actually performing well on it.
Exactly.
I think DEBE in last season had the same thing, where he absolutely hated Silverstone and actually claimed his first podium on that track. So I kind of see a pattern over there. So if you really dislike the track, there's a high chance you're gonna actually perform well and maybe even score a podium on it.
Yeah, it's been weird for me to watch, but I've kind of enjoyed it because it makes for interesting races, especially when I know nobody likes it going into it, and then it just makes it more fun for me to watch and commentate on. Just kind of going through, for people who may be new to FRL, the standings as you see them finishing the stream are not always the final standings. Drivers go in, they can report penalties and then kind of talk about it, and then they can try to get penalties canceled that the game put on that make no sense. I'm just kind of looking through. I don't know if you all are looking as well. SenTeX, I saw you put one report in, but there is a strong discussion going on about that last lap chaos. Noda, I don't know if you were even looking behind you or if you all were watching that last few corner chaos. Did you all see what happened or have any comments on it?
Basically, I was fighting with my wheel whole race because, as I said, in general, I don't have force feedback at all. So I just wanted to finish today's race in just like finish, not considering to earn any points. But still, I somehow managed to finish 7th, so I'm quite happy. About the situation, yeah, probably I would finish 2 positions higher, but on the reports I put one video. That was unfortunate situation when RoLoSky just trying to push on fresh softs, and then probably he dive bomb AD Gamer. AD Gamer didn't have any chance to run up from this situation, and he kind of dive bombed me. So yeah, I lost 2 positions, but still I managed to stay in my place, and I quite happy to do that. Of course.
Yeah, for sure. On stream, I'm putting up the last couple laps, or the last lap. I'm playing it back just because I want to see exactly what happened in those last few corners myself of the chaos with RoLoSky and everything. So it was a dramatic last lap. It's one of the most dramatic ones we've had so far. So overall, I think it'll be interesting to kind of see the discussion go through. Going into the last lap, I mean, you all were P6 and P9, and then you all finished P3 and P7. So congratulations, Ferrari. Welcome back to FRL. Welcome back to League Racing.
Thank you so much.
Second half is the start of our comeback.
Exactly.
I think you all said this to me last week or the week before. I think you all said that, so I'm glad it's coming to fruition. Let's see here. What's some other fun stuff we can touch on with the league right now? Any big topics you all want to talk about in particular?
I just want to say you're making a really good job. Keep on doing it, Bradley.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I will tell you a reserve driver that I want to talk about. I want to talk about Żelazny. That the defense that he was putting on, I don't even remember who he was defending against.
I think SenTeX. I think it was SenTeX. And then after the safety car, we actually did a switch because I still had the pace in my mediums. Because I think after I pitted a bit later on the second safety car, once everyone pitted on hards during the first one, I still had the pace in my medium compound tires. So me and SenTeX decided on switching after the first safety car, so I could actually push through and maybe make a way for us for the podium finishes. But yeah, he was certainly defending well, at least for SenTeX.
Yeah. SenTeX, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. From this situation about what they just said, yeah, I think from there, it was the best idea what we can do in the race. So basically, about that swap, Dżej Dżej just got podium, so I'm quite happy because it's a very important point for Ferrari. And about the Żelazny, he have absolutely amazing pace that he shows us. But I saw him because he was in front of me. He had a few unlucky moments when he spun in the sector 2, for example, and he somehow managed to just jump over the AD Gamer that was just behind me, and he overtake me. And yeah, then he almost haven't got at all like ERS, so I was trying to push him and overtake him, but he was defending very well. So I think for the future it's a really good driver, but some things not work today. But still, I will say like it's a very good driver.
For sure, it was. It's always fun for me with the reserve drivers when they come in because I like watching and kind of seeing what they bring to the table. For example, Gamer 2021 brings just consistency, it seems, and for Żelazny, he brought a lot of pace and some very, very strong attacking and defending. The moments where he was pushing, I mean, he was pushing hard, so it was very. Very impressive to see.
I think it's important to note that all the reserve drivers who come to our league are also tested and verified to see if they actually know how to behave around others. So once you guys, everyone who's watching the stream, see like reserve driver performing in our league, you can be almost certain that they are clean drivers. The biggest question is their pace, though, because we even if they are a bit slow but clean, we allow them to race in our league.
For sure, and that is, I mean, that's one of the things I really like about this league is that everyone's kind of verified and fronted through, so it's not just like join race and then somebody can, you know, act like they're playing multiplayer and dive bomb into turn one and take out half the field. There's a process that you go through. It's not just you're jumping in and going. Which, I mean, you all have been, I'm just trying to double check, you all have been with the league since season 1, right?
Almost.
I think SenTeX joined the Discord on season 1, but started racing on season 2, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was commentary in the season 1.
Okay. And I think Bartosz is joined later as well.
Yeah, it's season 2. In mid, I think.
I think only Nota is the only one of us who actually has been since the beginning.
Yes, I'm from the first race here, and Dżej Dżej and the Netherlands, wasn't it?
Yeah, I joined on
I remember.
third or fourth race in season 1, so still very like old league racer, but yeah, a bit later than Nota.
Just kind of looking at stats here. So Nota's ran 38, now 39 races here in FRL. Dżej Dżej, this is your 33rd. Bartosz, where are you at in here?
I believe they skipped one.
SenTeX, you've ran 19. And then I'm trying to look and see where Bartosz is on here. Bartosz has ran 9. So, Bartosz, you just came in here season 3, right?
No, it's season 2.
Okay, gotcha.
Isn't it round 8 right now, or like round 7?
This is round 8.
I don't know.
Yeah, so...
But it's technically
late,
the 7th because round 2 didn't get ran.
Yeah, true.
Erased. Sorry, I'm using improper English at the moment. I mean, just so I've gotten a feel for the league kind of going through, and I'm just gonna do a couple more topics, and I'm sure that you all are gonna have to go to the stewards room and discuss some different things. Just kind of what is it with FRL that you all enjoy so much, especially third season? We're looking at an expanded fourth season, adding a second split. Split 1 drivers can be engineers now and do different things. What is it with FRL that kind of just keeps you all racing in FRL?
Maybe start with the top, Bartosz, because you're the newest.
Sorry, could you repeat? I was watching reports.
Like, what do you enjoy about FRL that just keeps you here?
Maybe the atmosphere in this racing. Well, and I love racing, not only in in Foxxxes Racing League, but yes. Well, I don't really know what is keeping me here, but I know that I wanted to race in this league because of the people, maybe, and yes, that's all.
Okay, I got it. Dżej Dżej, if you want to go next.
I think the atmosphere is, like, as Bartosz mentioned, is really, really nice here, because, like, I think everyone is so active. Like, usually when you look at other leagues, they switch drivers quite a lot, and in this in this league, most drivers actually stay, and everyone is kind of a friend with each other, I think. Also, once I came here, I made really good friends like DEBE and TrueHERO, BartheZ, everybody from who actually managed this league was really friendly to me. I decided to stay and help them as well with the league. So I think the atmosphere, as Bartosz mentioned, is really nice. Also, the frequency, or like maybe not frequency, but like how many people join the races, because usually you don't see much empty spots. I've seen some leagues who drive maybe 14 drivers sometimes, and yet with us you almost always see full grid, 20 people ready to drive and fight for win. So yeah, I think that's it.
Gotcha.
There's also quite a lot more, but it would take too long to list all of it.
You've been around long enough that that for some reason does not surprise me that you have a lot of things to say about the league. In positive. Yeah. Noda.
Oh well, at first it was a place where I could just race with my good friends. Like they just found this league and joined it, and I joined it with them. But yeah, right now those guys aren't racing anymore. But yeah, I think that FRL is a league where I can just relax after the whole week, and just relax before the whole week, because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's all for like studying and doing the whole stuff with the household, and you just get on Sunday evening, you sit in front of the computer and just race with the others. You have BartheZ on your McLaren voice chat where we can laugh and sing together as we did today. And yeah, I think that what also guys said about this atmosphere, we really don't have much dramas right there. Everyone is trying to just stay calm and like stay with respect for each other, I think. And what I also like about those servers and this league, and what I miss in other leagues, other servers, especially in the Polish leagues, because I know a few of Polish leagues that we have a thing that is called statistics here, and it's really such a cool thing, I think, because you can just look what was happening, and what you done, what are the people thinking about the results, about the lap of the race. And yeah, that's such a cool thing, and that's also a lot of work to do for the admins that are making those things. So yeah, it's not that easy. It's a lot of time to spend it on, and I just love the commitment for this league, and that someone actually cares about this, and you can see that it's not a thing to do because it's a must. It's just like for having fun, I think, and that's the whole idea of this league.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with everything you said, and I think one of the things that impressed me when I joined in during the downtime between what was supposed to be round 2 and then round 3 Monaco, where I started commentating, was just how connected this entire league was. That there were all the statistics, there was all the different things, and there was nobody who was just trashing anyone and being like, I'm better than you, blah blah blah. It was very supportive. Everyone was very friendly. Even with me jumping in and setting up and doing a stream 4 hours, putting everything together 4 hours before the race was supposed to go, even working with admin and everyone in the stream, it was a case of hey, I have no idea how to pronounce some of these names, and just having someone to sit there and go with me and explain, hey, these are how you pronounce these drivers' names, made it very friendly and atmospheric. And then everyone's been very nice going through. which makes FRL a lot of fun because it's not something where anyone's being like, hey, we're all better than you. Ha 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 ha. Which is really nice. SenTeX, you got anything you want to add?
Everything I think just already was said, so I would just add like the community that we made is just awesome, and I think the Nota and Dżej Dżej just said everything that I wanted to say, so I can sign up with that, because I don't think so that I have something else to add, to be honest.
Gotcha. Just one more quick question before I let you all go. Next round is Portugal. Early predictions.
Oh damn. Ferrari's Bidalla. Double DNF.
Double
To be
DNF.
honest, no, to be honest, if my wheel came back to working normally, I'm feeling pretty confident and pretty strong on Portugal. But this season, just like everything could happen, as we mentioned in the podcast. So basically, if I will set top 5, it's like almost impossible, because in every single race is someone else on the top. So
Yeah, you can I mean, the most consistent one was RoLoSky so far, I think. So it's certainly easy to put him out there in top 3, I would even say. Nota, you've been also doing really well, so I think you might also be up there, especially with the confidence boost that China brought you. Yeah, and I would love to put myself out there, but so far it's been rough season, and I'll try my best to be in the top 5, but we'll see if it's actually possible.
Well,
Yeah, I also just want to add that Portugal is going to be for the first time in FRS, so it's really tough to decide who might win, as we haven't like even raced on it, and we don't see who's good, who's bad. So it's going to be a surprise for sure.
yeah. I'm going to make it a point to try to get in and look at practices this week and just kind of keep tabs on who's doing what and how it goes. Noto, how do you think you're going to do in Portugal? Are you comfortable with it, or?
Yeah, that's the track that this time I'm saying the truth. This is the track that I don't like. Yeah, everyone's laughing. I think that they think I'm joking. You'll see.
I'll spin. I'll fucking DNF. You'll see.
Yeah, to be honest, well, Portugal is a quite fun track for me until I look at time trial results and I see where I am. Yeah, that's just ridiculous how my place is bad there. Maybe I can work on this week with some like doing some laps. I just can't like sit and do 20 laps there, and yeah, I'm just doing like 5-6 laps per day, and yeah, just try to get better every day. But if we are talking about top 5 predictions, then of course I'm not saying the positions right now, but just the drivers, which I think that can get it, is Graxent, Jack, Dżej Dżej, SenTeX, and RoLoSky.
I like that.
And maybe
prediction.
Żelazny, because
I also like that Ferrari has been mentioned twice. I mean,
Yeah, me too.
and yeah, also I would add Żelazny because he's a beast.
He, yeah, he's one that's definitely going to be talked about. For sure. I can't wait to hear the podcast this week and just see what you all say about him, because it's going to should be fun.
yeah, I think so. But
Fancy.
no idea when it will be, because next week could be also for me taking a
we
lot.
want to see that.
Yeah, but it will take from me a lot of time spending in my work, so I need to manage someday. Of course, I will inform you when it will be.
Yeah, for sure. Just let us know, and then for people watching the stream, come back later in the week. There'll be a link in the description. You can go watch it. Do everything. But
Awesome.
with that being said, I'm going to let you all go because I'm going to guess that there's some fun discussions to be had just watching it the way my Discord is blowing up. So I'll let you all go. Enjoy your nights because I know it's late for you all. And I appreciate you all stopping by and talking. I'll catch up with you later in the week. And congratulations, Ferrari. Congratulations, Noda.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
see you.
See ya. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna be all that I have for you today. What a race. What an eventful final lap. I just want to go back and show it on stream one more time because it was impressive. Let's jump back here. We'll play it from here. Squeeze coming around. This is an exciting final lap. Oh, and RoLoSky's going to get loose. Him and Graxent have a little bit of contact there. So is that going to be something WasserSchwein and Jack can take advantage of? WasserSchwein's not able to make it anything he can take advantage of. Jack is right behind him, though. It looks like they're going to fall into place. RoLoSky may have pushed his luck just a little too hard. Looks like back in the back, TrueHERO has had a little bit of a spin, but he's back underway with no issues. Coming around the backstretch. It's going to be the final time any of these drivers can push to make anything. I'm going to leave you all this final lap coming around, and then I hope you all have a good week, and we'll see you at Portugal next week. Through here. Graxent defending with everything he's got, trying to keep the door shut. RoLoSky's going to dive it around the inside and outbreak him, but Graxent's going to do the switchback. 17 lap hold hards, and he is holding on to it. RoLoSky's looking for anything he can do. Graxent is trying to slam the door in every way, and RoLoSky's going to spin it coming around the final corner. Oh, wow. And that is going to be your race over. Noda is going to win. In dramatic fashion, Noda wins. Graxent P2. Dżej Dżej gets into third place in the Ferrari. Żelazny in P4. Jack in P5. AD Gamer P6. SenTeX in P7. WasserSchwein in P8. Mattey 9. RoLoSky, after a final corner spin, is going to be in 10th place. Meanwhile, you have all that happening, and AD Gamer in the Haas is gonna win the Spanish Grand Prix in your FRL League round 5. Parabolica. Oh, and that is the Williams and Bartosz going around wide, but he gets past the Red Bull, so it works. Red Bull's going to try to get the Haas. They're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Wow. Are they still holding it? Nope, they're back 2 wide. Williams is still going to try to push it around the Red Bull. Red Bull's going to shut the door. They're going to keep it going. Graxent holding his place.